Okay.
Geshe, which text is it Shansideva?
Oh, this text, this is a chapter fifth, Shantideva, but I just make it like in order. All the verses are in order to make order to understand clear. Yeah. Oh, of course, Shantideva chapter fifth, it is clear, but for us, make more clear, like for regarding us. Not in general, it's very clear. I don't have to change the words here and there. Okay, the main topic it's like a introspections, right? So it's kind of like a guiding your mind, watching your mind with recollections or mindfulness. That's part of that. Try to change ourselves. So far, it talks how important to guard your mind with the recollections. Then now it will talk to us after guard your mind, after recollections, good morning. So then how we are act in general in our daily life. This talking here. Okay. So we are on, I think, how to guide mindfulness. That last time we finished that five causes for the arising of mindfulness based on external condition. Oh, sorry. We just finished this one regarding to understand clear how important the mindfulness and introspections. And then it said, let's think that way. If we have lack of having mindfulness and introspections, what fault, right? So that the five fault that we talked last time. So now then the questions comes, if we have a lot of faults, if we're not having mindfulness and introspection, then how I should develop the mindfulness and introspections. And then they hear the guiding in Shantideva. Therefore, in guiding introspections, careful mindfulness recollections are essential. Therefore, mindfulness should never be displaced from the gate of the mind. If it is gone, it should be what called?
Reinstate.
Reinstated while recalling the anguish of hell. Okay, so let me find it out. The Tibetan here. So this line, the 29, again saying the, guiding your mind with the introspection is very much necessary to have recollections. Always should be go together. If one of these getting more weak, then our intentions or like attention will be not strong, right? So continuous keeping attentions on our behaviors must have both strong equally the recollections and introspections, right? And again, it is supporting each other. Once recollections there, if we're missing the introspection, then again losing the attentions, or introspections there, if we lose the recollections, again missing the we cannot losing the attentions in our behaviors. So that's the line say it's important to goes together both same time and the same the amount of the strengthness. Okay.
Geshe,
Uh-huh.
can I ask, what exactly recollection means in this context?
Oh, yeah, okay. Recollection means like I can say uh, mindfulness or remember at the moment. That's the recollection. Yeah. So we have to always remember that I have to guide my mind, and then same time the introspection guided. If we're losing the remember, we not remember that, then the introspection will not functionate, right? So let introspection functioning, it's depend on remembering at the moment what I have to do or what I have to think, right? So that's only recollections help us to do that. So therefore, now continuous keep that um, that the attention or mindfulness we said it right. So now he said how we can develop, And then there are three conditions talks. The first conditions, the external condition, and then internal condition. So, right, the external condition, there are five kind of external condition talking here. Five causes for the arising of the mindfulness based on external condition. Okay. There are two stanzas, which is stanza 30 and 31. It says, mindfully easily arise for those who good fortune because of their association with the spiritual mentor, and for those who are reverence on account of the instructions of the precept and because of their fear. It's kind of saying when children are being with the parents, how much their attention is there, or they are without parents and their attention is more getting weak, right? Homework or eating, whatever they do, rule and regulations. Usually the parents are watching to them and then guide to them how to do it. And then if they not do this, and sometimes get a punishment for making do it better, right? So that habit makes them to, whenever they see the parents, immediately remember that what I have to do it, because the punishment and like a lot of up and downs actions to make them better, right? So that's kind of saying, not necessarily it's like a spiritual master or like a instructor. The points, whoever you have more respected or like little bit fear or scare, right? So then it's really very much help us to remember what I have to do it. So, but if without them, again, go back, say, either teenagers or children's, without parents, they think it's more independence. When they think it's more independence, they totally lose attention what they have to do it, right? So when they're with the parents, they are not really thinking independence. Oh, I have to do homework in the time, otherwise I will get punishment. So one time doing this, second time doing this, they get the habit, and then as soon they see the parent, they remember all those things, what they have to do. Whether they do or not do is different issue, but they will remember it. So, so same way, those are the external condition that encouraged you. So sometimes you should good to have the friend always like pushing you to do something. Keep that friend always with us. Otherwise, because sometimes it's annoyed, definitely it's annoyed, and sometimes we have a rush time, or sometimes we don't have a good mood, and then same time they do not know we are good mood, and they comes and encourage you, you do this, you don't do that, so then it's really makes disappoint us, discouraged, or like annoyed, sometimes cause us have anger. So that's one time anger, two time anger. Then you might decide, oh, I'm no more staying with this friend. So whatever condition, if someone there is like really sincerely helping you, or from your like a bottom heart, and then always thinking about your good in the future, so keep it always. That's sometimes, yes, as I said, the problems comes, but think, okay, that person do not know I have bad mood right now. That person do not know I'm not healthy today, or so on and so on, right? So think that, and then it will help us to continue being with the friend. So this necessarily needed external encouragement for keep continuous having mindfulness or attention for good things to do or develop, right? So and then the internal and external, within these two, internal is the most important part, right? If you have an insight, your self-discipline or encouragement are powerful, then almost you don't need an external condition for remind you to think that what you have to do it. If you do not have enough strong internal, then definitely we must need some kind of external condition too to remember or encourage us, right? So And that's depend on how you weak or how you strong. If you're strong inside, as I mentioned, don't need it. If you're not strong from inside, then better to have some kind of external condition who can encourage you, remind you, or do this, right? That's how the childrens are sometimes don't like parents, right? So because they get sometimes annoyed, so they are like very much wants to go hang around with their friends, and then and parent knows some important they have to do there. They did not see that important part, and then parents encourage them to stay in home and do this instead of going outside with a friend. That's really annoyed to them and makes them anger, right? So that's how they see, oh, my parent is like a very difficulty or so on and so on, because they do not see beyond the reason or the result, what they have beautiful things, right? So anyhow, so sometime when they turn 18 or almost turning 18, they rush to go outside or they're staying they're separate from parents, looking more independence. They feel do not have independence with the parents, but they forget it. They have a lot of good things with the parents, right? So if they go outside, they have more independence, but they will not receive so many good things, or they might have a lot of bad influence by others, and their life going through it. They do not know that, right? So anyhow, so regarding that, and then needed both external and internal condition to encouragement. So and then also we as person we know what condition I needed for encouragement, right? So if you need both sides, internal and external, then you must stay with a friend that who are strong, pushing you, right? Okay. Um, say, okay, today is the time, let's go meditation. And then you really don't have a like a interesting or good mood to do meditation. They really don't want to go, and then strongly pushing it, then even you come all the 1 hours, you are staying there unhappy. Or so you try to not change. Okay, whatever I have to go now. Now, why not I should go with happiness instead of continuous keeping that disliking mind? For right, that's how we finding every moment happiness, right? So at the beginning, you don't like it, so because of your mood, uh, then some. However, you have to come in a meditation, right? So then it's better to change your mind. So, okay, whatever, I have to go. Now, let's see what I can receive benefit. Let's see why I can change myself, why I can. So just change being happy with there. And then that 1 hour with happy, and you might receive some um, good knowledge, right? So and then that is the benefit that you change after that mind, right? Every moment we have to change the mind. So this is, I'm talking extra this just comes in an example. The every moment changing mind is it's just skillful or smart, right? This is how I myself finding happiness through by my thought. That's kind of things, right? So same way that you really don't want to go party, uh, but one of your friends strongly push, then you are looking to your friend face, then you're going, and anyhow you're going it. But you continues holding that not interesting in a party. Then people are enjoying, you are more suffer at the moment, right? Because you come because of your friend, and then all this 1 hour, 2 hour, you are suffering because you're not interesting. And then at the very beginning, okay, now I don't have an interest to go there. I'm not happy with this, but as I have to go, why not I just make some kind of meaningful or make myself like interesting, or and then think some reason. Okay, I'm going there to make my friend happy. then why not I should do that, completely make him happy, right? If I go there and then I'm sitting aside, not drinking, or just not active, and it just your friends not making completely happy because your friends again makes worry now. Oh, I shouldn't invite this person or so on, right? So making more worry. That's not completely make happy. So therefore, why not you think that? Okay, now I have to go for my friend. Now I'm completely making he or her making happy. So therefore, first what I have to do it myself, make it interesting, and then just try to go there, be happy. So, and then when you come to the party, at the beginning, even you don't have interesting, when you come there, you enjoy it. So every moment happy, that's how we found, right? This just simple things is, we can say simple or not simple. Simple things is just change your thought. But what not simple is sometimes difficult to change thought, right? So, but the training one time, two time, it makes you easy to change it, easy to think it. That's how we need to go. Okay. This is
Is the criteria happiness and enjoyment? In other words, like, let's say a friend is interacting with you and you're becoming unhappy yourself. That would not be a positive transformation. And the same goes if your actions are causing someone to be somewhat sad. You might try and have positive intentions, helpful, but that might not necessarily make your friend more enjoy what is going on or be happy. So is the criteria enjoyment and happy, or is there other criteria that should be used?
That's fine. That's fine. At least what I'm talking is if you're going without interesting, but at the moment, 1 hour or 2 hour you have to spend there, just be happy yourself. That's the point. So, and then when you're happy, automatically affected to your friends. Your friend will be happy. You're not in like a intently try to you make happy to them, but as you try to yourself make enjoy and happy at the moment, then that's the goes all the positives. That's the point. So I'm saying not hold that mind the 2 hour, 1 hour, wherever you have to go. So not hold that mind, not interesting. And then that makes you more worse sometime, you have a lot of now analyzing or applying reason. I really don't want to go. Now I'm seeing this, it's just disgusting, or I'm tired. All this thinking, I'm tired, discarding makes more worse suffering, right? So if you just change your mind, you don't have to think this, then you will be there well, like happy. That's the point. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so this is like a few talks about here, the external cause, including instruction or whoever that instead of that, I give you example for parents and children, right? That's, you can understand now. Your friend could be. And then say fear, the could be makes you more intentional, remember, right? For example, let's say the party, there are a lot of food there. So then you are like for your health issue, you really remember what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, or how you do or how you shouldn't do. So because of fear for having illness, if you eat so many things, right? So that's also help you to remember or makes your mindfulness better. This example apply for every single actions that need mindfulness same way. How much you are have mindful your health issue, same you should mindful with your every verbal actions or physical actions, or include there your thoughts, everything, mindfulness on it. And then when you're mindful, just being mindful is not enough, right? So being mindful and then watch that my thoughts towards more positive or negative. I'm thinking positive or negative. If you find it out, if you're more thinking negative, better change at the moment that you will say to have less suffering or no suffering. So if you not realize at the moment your thought associating with a what, a negative or positive, then whatever comes and comes resolve, right? But that's the only we have a chance to change. As well as you change your internal cause and condition to having more suffering, then definitely we will have less suffering and we can remaining more positively, which is wonderful. And then another way positive is not only having enjoy and happy, positive is also the benefit to other. Your positive is very much benefit to the other, and of course your positive is benefit to you, right? So um, so therefore, all the point, which things, which thoughts makes us not positive is our distraction mind or our conceptual thoughts. One day, even 1 hour, we have a numerous conceptual thought, right? Thinking lot, this and that, this and that. So all this, if you not clearly watch, maybe we are repeatedly thinking something that negative, which is slowly training our habit. Once we are trained to our habit, and then very difficult to change it. So therefore, before it's trained habit, so watch it, then stop it and change it. And then it's never turns your habit, that kind of bad things and negative, and then you will be more remaining as positive. How much you're remaining as positive, I can say that much calm and peace. Right? Okay.
Geshe,
Uh-huh.
so I hear what you are saying,
Uh-huh.
and I just have a kind of question that sort of relates to this.
Okay.
I have a friend who is caught up in the negative news cycle.
I see.
And if I try to pivot or redirect the conversation in a slightly more positive direction, because I can see that he's suffering. So, but sometimes the reaction that I get is, like I am being an ostrich and I'm sticking my head in the sand and not facing the truth somehow. So I'm just wondering, what is the kindest way to maybe redirect a conversation that is not positive with just regular friends, not Dharma friends? Thanks.
Oh, okay. Let's say if I understand your question, if not, then let me know. Okay. So,
Okay.
what I'm thinking is, of course, is there any that we can help other? We always should help, right? But we should help on the right time and right moment, or like the what right time means like what call again. I'm going back that I earlier mentioned. They are not. They are so much angry at the moment. That's not right time to say anything, right? They are like unhappy or suffering at the moment. That's not right time to give any advice or any say something. So and they have a strong desire to taking that actions, and that's also not right time to say any advice, right? So, and then sometimes the mind goes more neutral, not that much strong, or sometimes they sees from themselves it's more now it's causing more suffering. It's not I'm not doing right. This is the perfect right time to say, yeah, it is not right. Yeah, I'm thinking too. Then this is you can say anything, right? So this is perfect right time to say when they are the beginning to change, when they sees something they're doing wrong, and then definitely we should help if it is wrong. right? Say help them this wrong because of this. Give a lot of reason to make them take better decision.
That's
So
that's
yeah.
excellent. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Okay.
Sometimes I make the mistake, I think, if I ask permission to say something about a subject, that I can then enter into a different conversation with them. But I think what you're saying makes a lot more sense. So
Oh, okay.
thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, that
Geshe,
is
Geshe,
yes,
Geshe.
please.
Happy Father's Day, Geshe. You are like
Oh,
a
Ronnie, I'm forget to say that. Everyone's happy Father Day.
happy father to you. You are like a father to the
Oh,
Sangha
thank you, thank you.
and to many people. You are a father figure to many people. So happy Father's Day and God's blessings to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I forget that. So we have too much attention on Mother's Day. Anyhow. So yeah, anyhow. So um okay. This is the again I'm thinking sometimes we have a very good heart and then really like to help someone else, but what we doing so many mistake or wrong, um, just the time is wrong, right? So that cause us like a discouragement or angry again. So then hopeless, So there's the once you have like a angry when someone not listening to you or just see you continue seeing more that they do some kind of like the negatives, and then instead of like you angry or yourself is having heavy suffering, keep as that see that as natural, the being's natural. Always 99% thoughts are associated with the negative emotion, right? Once it's associated with a negative emotion, of course, so many things they will not see it. Even we will not say ignorance just itself, right? Attachment based on ignorance, anger based on ignorance. So their basis, all the attachment, anger, their basis is ignorance actually. How can prove that? When we arise anger, we cannot think widely. We cannot think like deeply. That's the see anger with the ignorance. So always, even like having anger is like because of ignorance, right? So therefore, every single emotion, the negative emotion, always like rooted from ignorance. Therefore, whatever arises, the negative emotion and movement, always something there that we do not know. And again, desire and attachment is kind of more relaxful thought compared to the angry. It is better calm, right? Having desire and attachment. Sometimes it's pleasure at the moment, but it's as rooted from ignorance. We will not see clear all the futures, and whatever we're doing, we will not see all the results are clear. So that's important. You should know that every single negative emotion rooted by ignorance. So therefore, whenever it arises, what kind of ignore like a negative emotion, um, whatever arises, we will not see the subject object clear. We will not see the future clear. We will not see our actions clear, right? This is how happening it. I'll give you an example as an attachment or desire. Say, you very much like the one flower, right? And your mind, all the energy of mind driven by this flower because you like. And that mind, at the moment, the attachment is so strong because that liking to flower, right? And then you will not see all the other things that lacking, you might pluck it, the cut that the flower to get it. Even you will not see the or someone else. You will not see that, right? The flower owes by someone else. you might get some kind of difficulty or the punishment and so on and so on. All this, we're not seeing it. We only like the flower, we desire it, they just take it. That's ignorant, because not see the what happened in the future, right? So therefore, when they acted with any negative emotion, like a party, they are more enjoy is like the attachment or desire, right? So we should think, of course, that desire rooted on ignorance, therefore they do not see what happening it. So that's give us easily forgive to them, excuse to them instead of anger myself, because they're having ignorance. If they have ignorance, then how we can excuse or forgive to children's when they see some kind of, they eat the shoes, they have, buy their own shoes, right? They're like a 1 year baby, 6 months baby, they eat their shoes. We forgave it, right? We excuse, we try to help with a pure mind without any hesitation, without any anger, because we accepted the eating by ignorance. Either we say innocent or not, ignorance, right? So we see it, we accept it, therefore we don't have any like a suffering and a holding inside, no anger, no hesitate. Therefore we help. Say drunk people or mental illness people, whoever we see, we give more easy forgive to them, because we see the nature of their condition. We see their condition, right? When we see their condition, that makes us to easy forgive it. That condition you can apply for every single sentient beings, whether they're stronger or not, whether they have mental illness or not. They react the same when they have anger. They react same when they have a strong ignorance, same as like a mental illness people. And then if you easily forgive the mental illness, then think the same reason that you should build up that forgive to that person. So we have a difficult to forgive to healthy people, easy to forgive to mental illness people. We have to think why happening this, right? So, so I think it's. I heard recently one of the Japanese researcher said that anything in your life, ask question 5 times, why, then you will find the root, right? Once you found the root, then you're easy to change it. I like that. Let's say we never ask why I'm eating food. Right? We begin, oh, I have to eat food. That's all. I'm hungry. Why are we having hungry? We're not asking that question. Why are we having hungry? And so on, so on, so on. So if we ask, then either you found the directly answer or you do not found the answer. You might try to find the answer. Right? So don't take as everything's naturally happening. Then I don't have to think it. But every single thing has a cause and condition. You're hungry, you do have a cause and condition. Find it out, right? So that's kind of things ask more question in our daily life. That much find out the rooted. So therefore, once you have anger toward to your friend, with you see that something's doing wrong, right? Then why are they doing it, right? And they're ignoring it. Why they have ignorance? And when they have ignorance, necessary to do that kind of action or not? So this kind of question you ask, and then you will see more clear, of course, that people, they do have an ignorance on that situation. They do not know, therefore they do something wrong, right? But very careful here, we see someone doing wrong, which is right actually. But we are wrong, right? But we think it's right. They're doing wrong, and then stopping it is right. But it could be the flipped. It could be the reverse, right? I'm thinking wrong, which is naturally it's wrong, but I'm thinking it's right. what they're doing is right, but I'm thinking it's wrong. It's possible, right? Let's say, again, I go back to compassion. Okay, so take example that many people think being kind to other is wrong. Now, who is really wrong then? That person is wrong, or who being kind is wrong? Now, many people think, isn't it? Many people think being kind to other is wrong. You losing your strength. You're losing your everything in your life. You're losing your reputations because being kind to others, they will take advantages to you, or they will look you so weak, or they will look so on, so on, so on. They give many reasons to say being kind to others is wrong. But we should find it out who is really wrong and right. That person thinks being kind to wrong, but when I see it, that person is wrong. Who's thinking it's wrong? It's too complicated. Okay, now, yeah, this kind of things we have. Sometimes we have to be careful to watch yourself and analyze yourself. Sometimes I'm thinking that person is doing wrong, but how is wrong? Why I'm thinking it is wrong? What is your reason? First you are judging other to say it's wrong. You have to confirm 100% it is wrong. Then you can try to help, right? So before you help others, definitely you must check it, analyze it, confirm it is wrong. Sometimes, yes, I'm thinking it's wrong at the beginning part. When I deeper way to think, I found it is not wrong. That's happening, right? Then you will save. You will not say anything advice to them. Otherwise, if you say advise them, they, like I say back to you, say, oh no, I'm right because of 1,000 reasons. Then you say, oh yeah, you are right. Then it's too late. So anyhow, so check self and check both. It's really doing wrong or not. And then right time, keep advice or help others. It's important. And then if you are out of help, that's our one of the natural. Shouldn't have anger and hesitate by yourself. Just leave it there. Whatever they're doing it, leave it there because you are out of control. Then why you try it? Yeah. So even you know that you are out of control, then why you worried? And if you know that it's out of control, why you angry? Right? Now at the moment you have to change. As I earlier said, not interested in going party. Now I have to change interesting that makes you happy, right? Same here. Someone not listening to you, someone seeing like some kind of you seeing someone doing wrong, but as well as you see yourself is out of control or like things, then definitely think that right now I'm on control, and this is the one of the, I cannot say natural. Okay, now I'm using so far word there. Is one of the natural, the nature of the sentient beings who is in this earth, right? So that's happening because we see as well as is associating with the mental affliction and ignorance. Of course, it will do wrong. We are doing wrong when our thought is associated with the ignorance and some kind of negative emotion. We are doing wrong, and of course they will do wrong. What's bad then? We're same, right? Think that, and then shouldn't have anger yourself when someone is not listening to you, right? Anyhow, okay.
Geshe. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes, a person, was compassionate to others, helped others, but he got a bad response. Many times they got hurt. They got hurt when they were compassionate and they were trying to help others. A few times they got hurt. So then they say, you know what? I don't want to help anybody. I don't want to be compassionate anymore. Forget it. It's too much hassle, too much trouble. So what somebody like that should do? What would you tell somebody like that had some too many negative experiences like there is a saying in English, no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, so a lot of people, they try to do good, bad things happen, they don't want to do good anymore. They want to stay out of everything. So what would you tell somebody like that to get them back to be compassionate, to help others? Somebody that had a lot of disappointments and doesn't want to do it anymore, and wants to stay away from things. So what would you tell somebody like that?
I will say same things. Usually, I'm saying it. Don't act as a compassion. Let compassion to your action. That's how I say it. Once your compassion lead your action, you will never tired. You will never suffer. But so many times we act as the compassion, but in strength, in inside, not really compassion. It could be the empathy or sympathy, right? It's not really compassion, but we acted based on that. Then that is kind of like I'm saying you are acting of compassion. You are not really compassionately helping others, right? So for them, I will say make your compassion more pure. Then go back to help. Until then, just stay your home and meditate. I would say.
How do you make the compassion more pure? How do you do that?
Oh, okay. The process, yeah, I said it many times. You really want, they will do the meditation. I will say it again. So that making pure like compassion, one is making your compassion unconditional, right? And then it's making equal for every single beings based on seeing. In Buddhist term, we say pervasive suffering. When you see the pervasive suffering, or when you're understanding the pervasive suffering, then your compassion will be the equal for every single beings. So far, our compassion selected right now. It's right. We are selected who are injured. Then we have some kind of compassion. Or who have a really poor, then we have a compassion. Our compassion is very much conditioned with the object. That's we always selected that whom I should have a compassion or whom not, right? Sometimes we do not have a compassion for someone else, like I said, difficulty people, or like a strong people, or wealthy people, or powerful people. Sometimes we do not have a compassion for them. And then we do have a compassion for like as I said, weak people, right? Or injured people, or heavy illness people. We do have a sympathy, empathy, compassion. So all this compassion we're seeing is selecting it. You are selecting it. You are not really being honest to generate compassion for every single being, which is needed. Powerful people need it, wealthy people need it, and then strong people need it. But you are not generating compassion for them, but you only compassion for the who have illness and so on and so on. So that selecting compassion is not pure compassion. So pure compassion should be the equal for everyone. This is very much depend on understanding the pervasive suffering. The pervasive suffering is conditioning of suffering. So isn't there sometimes you might hear that Buddhists say life is suffering. But life is suffering means not saying that life is painful, right? Life is suffering means life is conditioning for having suffering. That's saying, is this true? Right? Our body is conditioned for have suffering. Our mind is conditioning for having suffering. It's ready to have suffering. Always ready to have suffering. Therefore, we don't need a big condition. Even the slight, small, simple conditions makes us huge suffering. Because we are ready to have that. This is the pervasive suffering. That's not like a different for between healthy and weak or wealthy and poor. Every beings, they do have this condition for ready to have suffering. Therefore, they're constantly having suffering, either mental or physical. So therefore, think that life is suffering. It means not like, again, I'm repeating it, it's important. Life is suffering means not saying life is painful. Of course, life is not painful always, right? But it is always conditioned to have suffering. That's very true, right? So, and then knowing that, and then based on that, you are now more cultivating compassion to every single being equally. And part of the exercising is we are not uh, actually reactions compassion. We are sitting down on a cushion by yourself, and then all this like a few months or years, we are meditating with the imaginations, which kind of like a, it's same like if you like an architect, once they have built it, that takes a lot of time to think, right? And then actualize it. Same way, we have to a lot of cultivate inside by yourself. No need anyone surrounding you, or you don't have to go outside for help. Just sit down on your chair by yourself and cultivate with imaginations. The imagination, you don't have to like focus on entire sentient beings, right? You just selected three people. The entire beings are included in these three people. One is neutral, not harms to you, not benefit to you, is neutral. One is always cause you suffering, difficulty, and one is always love to you. So just think the three beings in front of you, and then there are a lot of process to cultivate it. First thing this, and second thing that, and this and that. That's how you need to go. So then, when you fix with these three people, then you are fixed with the entire world beings, sentient beings, include animal being, and so on. So you are fixed now, right? So these kind of things to making more cultivating pure compassion, which is unconditioned and equal for everyone. Then once you have this unconditioned suffering, I'm sorry, unconditioned compassion. I'm saying, once you have unconditioned compassion, then you will never suffer, right? Yeah.
Right. Okay, Geshe,
Uh,
that's an excellent answer, Geshe. Excellent answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so that's how we need to do. And then again, we going back in our subject, doing this, all the good things we talked about, compassion and so on, so on. It's very much depend on the mindfulness and introspections. At the beginning, we should beginning the journey. When we wants to change, being more kindness or like a compassionate person, then the journey begin with make strong your either recollection or mindfulness, and then introspections. So do like a 1 week, and then think. The 1 week will be a lot of help to you to have constantly remember it, right? So right now we are not really mindful on what we're doing it. We're doing everything more like habitually, right? So okay, cook, go there, and then we walk, and then cook, and then talk, or do this, or whatever. Like we're doing more habitually, and we are very much less thinking because it's kind of like set it up in our mind. Then they're doing it. Like one switch on, then all the lights are turned up, or on, and then switch off, then all the lights are turned on off. That's how it's happening in our life. Same. We are mentally, we are not that much thinking. More kind of our mind has a setup that I have to do this. Then you just run and doing it. Sometime come back and think why I'm doing this, why I have to do this. So these kind of things brings us better mindfulness, right? And then just as I mentioned, try 1 week, and then whether you are working or sitting or talking or cooking or whatever you do activities at the moment, try always mindful, and then watch both physical action and mental thoughts, right? So watch it both, and then like say you you can begin with one actions, right? Let's say when you cook the tea, everyone not cook tea, right? Okay, let's go example toothbrush. So that's that, like during the time that you're brushing your tooth, right? And then at the moment you're mindful on it. So how I'm doing and how I do, or right doing or wrong doing, and the mindful and watch both, right? Introspection and recollection both go together, and then introspection, watching how it's doing, what is thinking, mindful, bringing introspection on a moment. Okay, that's I have to think. That's the mindful. Remember what I have to think, right? And the introspection, keep watching it. So then you will see at the 5 minute or 10 minute. Do this like a 1 week, only without brushing your tooth. Then, if you feel it's good or receiving benefit, now apply to another actions and another actions. Then go more and more and more. Then one day, like the 50 or 60% activities in your daily life, you are being mindful on it, right? That's how we can start it instead of just 24 hours being mindfulness. Is very difficult and challenge, right? Just simple things start it brings you big things. So okay, zero is always value, right?
It seems that it requires you to be somewhat intelligent. In other words, if you're watching and being mindful, you're analyzing that which is taking place. You then assess whether that is good for you or not good for you. If you're, let's just stay with yourself, away from other people. Now, if your self-evaluation is wrong, then your pathway is wrong.
Yeah.
And you might be unhappy and not even recognize it. In other words, does a person really have the ability to assess accurately what they're doing? In other words, we have a lot of hardwired thoughts as to what's right and wrong, but that's kind of like from external sources. It's like to assess whether the pathway whether your actions are in fact favorable to you and produce a positive trend. I think you could fool yourself by, let's say you have a bad habit and you enjoy that bad habit. Let's say you're addicted to alcohol.
Yeah, okay.
And you enjoy drinking.
Yes.
Okay, you say, well, it makes me happy, I feel good, etc.
Yeah.
You're missing a major component with regard to maybe it's not good for you.
It is, yeah. Yeah,
so it seems like that's something that one needs to be aware of and try and focus on to some extent.
So at the beginning, I can take same example like addictions, right? So how they become addictions? Because lack of mindful, right? So at the very beginning, because every single people will say same, oh yeah, don't be too much addicted to having alcohol because it's damage your life and your body and so on and so on. They will hear it. But attachment is describing more stronger than people said it. Therefore, always attachment is win. Then they become addictions. And when they have a mindful and then say, okay, I have to limit drink the limitations. That much I have to drink, no more than it. So if you're really mindful and then introspection, continuously watching the close to drink another, okay, no. That's how I say, right? So that's how then we are overcome by addictions. Definitely it is. That's how we change. So therefore, any single things, the addiction or bad habit or build good habit is very much depend on these two. So for that's Shantideva very much believe on it. This two tool is the important part for whether you're changing bad or good. That's the thinking, yeah. Yeah.
Geshe,
Ronnie, I will come back to you. Yeah.
You have to be accurate with regard to assessing whether you have a problem or not. In other words, your friends might say, don't do this, it's really bad for your job, your relationship, et cetera. But from your own viewpoint, you say, hey, I want to drink. And so it requires that not just honesty, but accurate honesty with regard to what's going on, because we can fool ourselves saying this action is good, but it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, so objective mindfulness, or accurate mindfulness, I guess.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it seems many times one does not have accurate mindfulness.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. Ronnie, go ahead, please.
Yeah. The way, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I see mindfulness you are not assessing yourself. Am I making the tea good or I'm making the tea bad? That's not mindfulness. You are not analyzing yourself. You are not giving grades to yourself, good or bad. You're just watching, you're observing, you're paying attention to the making the tea, you're paying attention to brushing your teeth. The same thing, people that are addicted to alcohol or to anything, if they are mindful in the morning when they are sick and they feel bad from drinking all night and they're observing themselves, they are mindful, they are going to see that drinking last night might have been good, but this morning is bad. So they don't have to analyze themselves. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? They're just observing themselves. And by observing yourself, by being mindful, you realize what's good and what's bad. You don't have to analyze yourself and you don't have to grade yourself. I don't think mindfulness is analyzing yourself. Mindfulness is observing yourself meticulously, observing what you're doing. And from that mindfulness, from that observation, careful observation of your actions, that's when good is going to happen.
Yeah, actually, the mindfulness is more observing this. I understand. Yeah. So, and then therefore, we need an introspections or analytical mind, plus that, right? Um, uh, One things we can think it's let's not decide right or wrong, right? Say again, I'm going back to say anger or attachment. When anger and attachment decided, or our mind more driven by anger and attachments, and then at that moment, difficult to have mindfulness. Looks like we do have a mindful. I'm drinking attentionally, or I'm drinking intentionally. We think it, but that intention, attention is not really wise way or not intelligently, right? So that attention is as associated with what call the attachment. Therefore, either I can use occur or like say anyhow what I'm thinking is when it's associated with the attachment they don't have a really mindful, they know what doing at the moment, but what that not necessary they are mindful, right? So their glasses will not pour, they handle glass keep very well, that not necessarily mindful in my perspective, right? So because they have a good attentions, but they're not really seeing what they're doing it. Um, yeah, I don't know. So that's how I think. So if that point, do we have really used like a acro mindfulness, or maybe possible? Yes, I could be wrong. So far, I will take that statement and say, whenever the thoughts follow with the attachment or anger and so on, any mental afflictions or any negative emotion, I can say they have lack of mindfulness. Let's say, really think, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then yeah, those are the inner condition and external condition. You are clear with the external condition, right? Now, internal condition, sometime it says in verse 31, where is it? Oh yeah, the Buddha and Bodhisattva have unobstructed vision in all distractions. Everything is the presence, and I stand in front of them. And 32, meditating thus, one should remain filled with a sense of the property, right? Respect and fear. So, okay, what we're saying, I think this more for believer people. Special, this line is for more the who believe to Buddha. You know, then who believe Buddha, and they think the Buddha has omniscient mind. Every single time Buddha sees it because of omniscient mind, right? And even I feel just myself in this room, right, drinking, or but somehow Buddha seeing here. So that makes you more better mindfulness instructions to careful, right? So better careful because even I'm just myself. Good morning. Even just myself, but still someone watching me. So that not suitable for everyone. That's more suitable for the believers. But instead of that, which is really suitable for everyone, is like a understanding more fall to doing these things, right? Say, I said it a few times. We always care for more physical actions because people see it. Therefore, we try to control, try not do something that people think is bad. We very much controlling action of the body and verbal. But the mentally, we never try control the mind. Whatever things comes, let it be. Right? You having a lot of dreaming, huge dream, right? Then the dreams began. Say, if I have $1 million, then what are you going to do it? And here and there, just you continue to think. You not try to control it, the mind. The one reason no one judged to you that your thought, you are thinking this way because you do not see it, right? So therefore you have no worry or no hesitate to just independently think whatever comes in your mind. But the instant of Buddha watching you, think that turned me to bad habit, right? And no one sees it mentally, but I'm thinking it. But I'm thinking one time, repeatedly thinking, once I turning to my habit, then just I'm having more bad habit, right? So that's kind of fault. If you more focus on what's happening in the future or the good result or fault, if you see the more fault, then think doubtful and try stop, not do that. Try to stop, right? So sometimes our master are saying, we are sometimes laughing to the mental illness people with their reactions, right? Because they do so many the funny things because of mental illness. But it says, if someone sees your mind, you are worse than them. Right? So your mind is act more than what the 4 many funny things possible. So that's it says then if knowing this kind of regarding, we really try to even control our mind, try to stay with the more positive and meaningful and necessary, and without any other kind of unnecessary or not healthy or not meaningful. Try to stop to think. Even you are free for think on it. If you have a chance to think, if you are right to think on it, but better stop to think on it before it turns your negatives or habits, right? But how we can stop? Then again, needed mindfulness and introspection. When you are alone, you're thinking limitlessly, and then if your mindfulness or recollection might say, no, you have to watch your mind. That's your job, right? And then introspection will come with it. Okay, now you are doing something bad, change it. Or now you're doing good, continues be it. That's kind of things happening. Therefore, it's especially very important to watch your mind with the recollections or mindfulness when you are alone, right? When you are with some company, you are mentally that much active because all these physical actions, you are busy with the physical actions and your mind only thinking what you are doing at the moment, right? So that's the only thing that much busy with when you are with the other company, right? So but when you're alone, that's very much careful as we try to care for our physical actions. Exactly same. Try to control your mind and careful, not letting anything comes. Just think what is necessary, build up good habit. Do not think what is unnecessary and useless. That's how I need to go, right? So this kind of thing, understanding, then again help you to recollections and both inspections. It's kind of like meditating, actually. You are meditating, right? So when you meditate, the focusing on the breath, very strong, you need a mindful very strongly, recollections very strongly say, the breath is my object. Someone need to dare to remind you, breath is your only object. Breath is your only object. Otherwise, we got distracted easily. Of course, we began with the breath as our object, which selected. And then after 2 minutes, your mind's on a flower now. Your mind's on the sky. Your mind on someone else. Your mind is tomorrow job, next job. All this goes, not on a breath. See how much important need a mindfulness at the moment. So someone need to remember, oh no, come back. Breath is your object. Only breath is your object. Then you will stay breath. Needed someone like a push you to stay with the breath. That's recollection, mindfulness. And then sometime introspections to watch it. And then if doing right, and then let it be. If it continues focus on like breath, then let it be. If you got some kind of distraction, then change it. That's how it works together, right? That's exactly kind of like a meditating with our breath, toothbrush, right? The brushing truth. Or sometimes meditate with this is one of the Buddhist practice actually. When you're eating, drinking, every moment, you need mindfulness. That's, I see the Thich Nhat Hanh did a lot of this practice in West. He wrote a lot of books on it, right? Also, he applies his own practice too. Most of his followers are actually doing this. When you eat, you only focus on whatever you have here, not mouth in there. What you're not watching what people eating, right? You're eating here. This is my plate. This is my food. And then how many rice? Even you're not counting it. You almost see the number of the rice on your plate. That much calm. If you're really calm and peace, you might see the number of the rice in your plate, right? But if you're not focused, if you focus on something else, talking like not really knows you're eating it. Sometimes you will not realize even what taste it is, right? So that's how it makes difference having mindfulness and lack of having mindfulness. That's big difference. So these are with both inner condition and external condition, try to build it up or increases your introspection and mindfulness always, and then applies to the every single actions in daily life. Begin with the one actions and training it, and then second actions and training it, right? Okay. Okay. So now from here, not actual applying that introspection and mindfulness to use in our daily activities. Here say that to train in the guiding the mind with mindfulness and awareness, and any of three doors activities. Now it says, now first say here, the first examining the motivation behind the thoughts. Always need a motivation at the beginning. Today, I'm just being mindful, right? Or when I'm brushing my tooth, I have to, or I'm doing more mindfulness. This kind of motivation needed before. Motivation really push you to have recollections and things, right? Any single action, motivation is needed. Even meditation say, okay, this is time of meditation. Therefore, this is not time for think my job. This is not time for think my life. This is not time for think who are surrounding me, they are worried. There's not time for having worry. This is time for meditating, that I have to focus on whatever instructed. So go with it, the 5 minute or 10 minute or 30 minutes or 1 hour, that completely dedicate for whatever doing action at the moment. For example, meditation, 1 hour. If this is your during meditation time, then your all the energy and time and thoughts and physical actions, everything dedicate to make your meditation better, right? So therefore, all this other beside that, you have to stop. This is not time, right? And once you're done, then you can do so many things, right? So therefore, doing this in the moment, 1 hour or 30 minutes, we are not losing anything. Therefore, you need a strong brave to strong decided. No more worry, right? No more thinking my job. Because something that you left over to do, it keep disturbing to you, keep distracted you, which we done, not done, and we have done within 24 hours. Anxiety or worry, that makes it, right? But when you meditate 30 minutes, like say 20, you have 24 hours to complete whatever you do, have to do it. At the beginning, do you select 30 minutes for meditations to make more calm? But a lot of bothering by this, what left over to do it, right? Then you have to strong motivate it. Okay, this 30 minutes, I'm not thinking at all whatever I've left behind I have to done. Because just 30 minutes not makes difference. Only having worry, only having anxiety, then why I try to not have those, better not have those, right? So this kind of decision take at the beginning with the motivation, strong motivated, nothing at all. Then that 30 minutes turns very nice then. You can be calm and focus on breath. Whatever meditation you have to done will be done with clear, without any obscurations. Right? If you not take decision strong, not thinking yet, sometimes we feel that leftover job is so huge and big that I have to done, I have to done, I have to done, I have to done. That counting is not really done. Counting is brings you only anxiety, right? So therefore, just 30 minutes decided, and then how to go. So therefore, see how the motivation is, how powerful and strongly help you to make success the whatever you're doing at the moment. That's important motivation, right? So simple things, motivation. We always saying that if you have the flight time tomorrow morning earlier, the 1 a.m., right? And the preparing, whether you might go sleep earlier because you know that, and you have a strong motivated that I have to remember it. I have to get up before 1. I have to have enough time for reaching my flight. That's motivation. Even you don't have an alarm, it will wake up you because of motivation, right? So that's just the power of motivation. So therefore, any activities you do, always motivate it at the beginning, then go with it. But at the beginning time, we should know that. Beginning time, we will fail many times. Many times we will fail. Don't take as discouragement. It is fail because we don't have a habit on it. It's a fail because we don't have a strong enough on it. So see, when you fail, try to see it's not strong enough. Don't see it's useless, right? So when you see as like a not strong enough, then you will try to make it strong enough, right? Instead of just giving up. So this kind of things, the 1-time fail, 2-time fail, right? So, and then finally, then you will never fail. That's how happening, right? Okay. So therefore, these three the stanzas, verses, the verses 34, 40, 47 talks about any activities that you begin with the motivation. Say, I'm doing this, I have to done this, I'm done clear and pure, so on and so on, right? This kind of things. Okay. The first, I should always establish this mind in such manner, and I should always remain still as if without sense faculties, like a piece of wood, right? And then 40. In this way, the mad elephants of mind should be watched diligently, so that it is not loose while tied to great pillars of the thoughts of the Dharma. So, and then let me read the last one. So when once in instant intend to move, or when one intends to speak, one should first examine one's own mind and then act appropriately with composure, right? So again, giving here example, which is mad elephant, the very strong, and then if you make the pillars are strong and then band it on the pillar, and then even like a strong and mad, it cannot be damaged that much because it's bounded on a pillar, right? So same way, our mad mind as an elephant, strong as an elephant, and then mad as an elephant, because it's just go over everything, think everything, so many things, right? So now controlling that mad mind or strong mad mind, just the pillar is the mindfulness. You band it on the mindfulness and then go with the introspections, and that continues keeps, then will come, not damage anything, other your not ruins your own every activities you're going to start once you're doing with the right. So again, so they're saying that this two with the motivated and then do this too, right? Motivated say, this is my not job. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Or I have to do this. I have to do this. Whatever, strongly motivated, and then go with, will be success. That's it. Okay. Any question? Online, any question? I see the one here. Okay. Let me bigger. Is this meeting ever in person? Okay. Fallon say hi. Okay, okay. She answered for that. Oh, I see. Okay. I got it now. Okay, anyone question online?
No, but thank you very, very much, Geshe.
Okay, thank you so much then.
I have a
Have a
question.
wonderful day.
I have a
Sure,
question.
definitely.
Hello, this is my first time and this has been so beautiful. Thank
Uh, okay, what you were asking?
you. I've done a lot of this work. And I know it's about surrender and not trying to control things. But right now, it's Father's Day and I asked the 12-year-old kids to do a card for their dad. And they are just in resistance. And
Looks like our internet has some, yeah, the connections problem. Kendra, your voice is the breaking. We're not here clear.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, now, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Are you on mute now? Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
now we can. Yes, I can hear
I
you.
asked the kids to do a card for their dad, and they're in resistance, and they're good kids, but they're just challenging. And I'm like, I want to let it go, but I know his feelings will be hurt. He's also surrendered, and he's done Vipassana, and he gets it. And I'm really, do I just let it go, or is there a way to share, like, kind of like a metaphor? Well, what if it was your birthday and he didn't say happy birthday? I try to share metaphors so they understand, but I'm like, am I just hanging on too much?
Mm. What the problem with the kids?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. I will give you one example. And one of the Tibetan who came here retreat. Both parents have one children. Both has a very much problem with that. They're it's not kids, it's teenager. So what they try to do is, where I see more skill, try to more, even they stay in the same room, they're texting, not talking. So what we can learn from this, and then additionally, I might say something. Um, the parents doing like giving more space to the children's, and then also clearly the let children knows that they are happy to support anything, and then just leave it that way, right?
Mm,
Let them think.
mm,
And then, so it's now like how many, I can say 8 months, 9 months going on these things. Now, they're asking me to help also because their kids, they learn with me many times. So sometimes I'm not really saying you doing bad for your parents. I'm saying, oh, you and so on. My young friends are wonderful. And you are the one of the wonderful the persons. And I hope you're doing good and so on. So that's like I tried more skillful, continuous connected. So far, they see slightly change it. Um, Now, even the children's not talking, now they are he's try to come more close. Sometime cleans the kitchen, and then sometime he drive their parents' car and going outside and bring back. It's kind of like a connection shows there. So
mm,
sometimes it takes time to they get it. So, but from our side, not too much rush, and then like say try to give advice many different way, or you ask someone else. Like I said, they ask me to do that. You can ask someone else, your friends, but as a private. So how much you have to cross the limitation? That's best that, right? As a private, so if someone should be there very close to you and close to your children's, and then we really have to pretend it that we do not know what situation is happening. If then they get more mad, right? So the pretend that we do not know. Based on that, if you found someone can help you, that pretend at not knowing the situations. I don't think it's kind of like a lying. It's a skillful method. So, and then let try to give some advice. So that's kind of things might help. And then very important, uh, yourself should be the calm down first, more calmness, and then
mhm,
less worries first. How much you being more healthy, you are more calm, you are more compassionate, that much you can better help.
mhm,
If you too much having anxiety, worry, that whatever you try to help is not turned well.
mhm,
Because you are helping with the anxiety, you are helping with the worry, that the action will be not nice, then not turned nice. That's my thought, yeah.
mhm. Calmness, compassion, and curiosity.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, then we're going to stop here. Thank you so much, and then happy Father's Days. Okay.
You too.
Yeah,
All your
yeah,
students.
yeah. Bye now.
Bye bye.